Welcome to the Hair Game Show, everybody. I'm your host, Donatello. I am so excited to have the special guest on today by the name of Mary Jenkins. Most of you might know her already. She's hosting a show this weekend called Raising the Bar out in Ohio. How you doing, Mary?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
And I'm so excited to have you on today. I don't know what to do.
I'm
I got
excited to
two.
be here because we've been trying to do this for a little while, and the fact that we now are getting it done, man, we are setting the stage for everything.
Let's go, Mary. Let's make it
Let's
happen.
do it.
So tell me a little bit about you.
Well, let's see.
What
I
got
was
you in the hair game?
born. Look, here you go. I was born. No, I'm not gonna go back that far for you, because see, I'm 54 years old, and I got a long story to tell. But when it comes down to the hair game, I have been in the hair game for 10 years. 10 years. 10 years ago, I had the privilege of having a good friend of mine by the name of Chris Burke introduce me to another good friend of mine by the name of Curtis Smith. And as a result of that introduction, it led me all the way to Atlanta, where I had the chance to attend a Bronner Brothers hair show and got to meet the
Uh-huh.
Bronner Brothers family. And from
Okay.
there, Hairstyles and Beauty for Hope has gone through the roof.
Hairstyles and Beauty for Hope. Beauty for Hope. What is that?
Hairstyles and Beauty for Hope. So,
Yes.
as many people may or may not realize, so I am the founder of a cancer organization. So,
Okay.
not only am I in the hair game, but I'm actually a two-time breast cancer survivor. And back in 2006, thank you, I was diagnosed with stage 3, almost stage 4 breast cancer.
Oh,
And
wow.
while I was going through chemotherapy, my employer laid me off so that I could focus on recovering. But in
Uh-huh.
laying me off, that meant I wasn't going to get a paycheck. And by not
Okay.
getting a paycheck, that meant when it was time for the bills to get paid, I was going to need help. And so I
Okay.
reached out to the well known cancer organizations to get help, like the Coleman Foundation and the American Cancer Society, only to learn that they don't use any of the money that they get to help people actually battling cancer to pay their bills. They, do research and stuff like that. And I'm
Mm.
not against research. I just am super pro people that are going through. And so in my journey, I couldn't find the help that I needed. So I stepped out and went to my church because I'm all about trusting God in every area of your life. So I
Come on.
went ahead, had a conversation. My church agreed. It was like, we'll help you. Let us go ahead and take care of your bills for you the rest of the time that you're in treatment. And which that was
Mm.
an absolute blessing for Mary
Okay.
Jenkins, because
Right.
not all churches are in a position to do that. So I was like, okay, because it was like $3,000 a month that my church was stepping up to be able to help me with. And
Okay.
so because I knew that, I was like, well, that's great for me, but what about everybody else? You know, the other people that were going to in the same position. And
Right.
so my pastor and I had a conversation saying that somebody needed to be the voice to let people know where money did and didn't go in the world of cancer. And he was like, "You're right, Mary. Somebody, we need somebody, Mary, somebody." And I was like, "Right, Pastor." And he said, "Mary." And so we went back and forth. And then I realized that what he was
Right.
trying to
What he
say
was saying. Yeah.
was he wanted me to be that person. And I was like, "Well, okay, I'm a little nervous because I'm shy. I don't want to
Right.
talk in front of people." And he was like, "Yeah, right." So I started telling the story. People started giving me money because they were like, "We don't want to give to those organizations. We want to actually help people." So they started
Right.
giving me money, and I started giving it away. And then
Okay.
it was like the more and more it was like, how can we come up with creative ways to be able to fundraise? And that was when I had the chance of meeting Chris Burke and Curtis Smith, and we ended up getting Hairstyles. At the time, it was Hairstyles for Hope.
Right.
And the goal was to have a partnership with the hair and beauty industry
Hmm.
where we would attend big hair trade shows, and people at the shows would walk past us because we'd have a booth, and we would ask them, say, "Hey, have you had a chance to support the show's charity?" And they're like, "What's that?" "Well, we're raising money to help people that have cancer pay their bills while they go through treatment, and we would like for you to support us and make a donation. Cash, credit card, Cash App, Venmo." you
So they
know
got it to you. They got it to you, huh? That's cool. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and so it's so for over the last 10 years,
Hmm.
that's what happened. And see, the thing is, when it started, I was just happy that we were having a booth. like
Okay.
just a booth. I mean, I was happy with
So
that.
wait, let me jump in real quick. Is that how you got to going to hair shows? Is that what put you in the hair game?
That's almost what did it. It's what
Okay.
put me in the hair game, but that's like there's a little piece more because
Okay.
this is what happened. While
Break it
I
on
was
down.
at when I was at the Bronner Brothers show the very first time,
Hmm.
I then had the chance to meet the Bronner Brothers.
Okay.
And from between James and Bernard and Elijah and Nathaniel and Bishop Dale, I got to meet them in person. And I even met
All of
Mama
them?
Bronner, all of them.
Wow.
And so they're like, what can we do to help you? How can we can support you? And I was
Mhm.
like, well, if we could just, if we could have a booth at the shows, I mean, I'm thinking that's amazing because
Right.
I wasn't aware of the magnitude of the Bronner Brothers show.
Uh-huh.
And so we, got to set up the booth. And then next thing you know, I get invited to be on their main stage. Everybody don't get to be on the main stage at Bronner Brothers.
Yeah, that's big.
And
That's big time. Ah,
that's
I know about that. That's big
right.
time.
That you are somebody if
Right.
Bronner Brothers allows you to be on their main stage. And so in my
Okay.
case, I got invited to come up and let everybody know about Hairstyles for Hope. And so I explained, hey, everybody, my name is, and I am the, and this is what I'm doing, and this is how you can help, make a
Uh-huh.
donation. And
Okay.
then people brought money to the stage, and I was like, thank you. And that moment in time set the stage for everything else because
Wow.
there were people there that were connected to other shows.
Okay.
And then they were like, who is she? Who
Right.
is that? Whoever that is,
But you
we
got
need to
you
get
got
her
that
to our
you
city.
you got that pleasant personality. Everybody, it's just you're nice.
Thank
You're
you.
nice, pretty
Thank you.
smile, all that. So you
Thank
can
you.
draw
Thank you.
people to you.
Look, I can be nice all day long,
Uh-huh.
but don't mess with somebody that I
Oh.
love.
Do you love me?
I love you because
Okay.
if you mess with somebody that I love,
Hmm.
then the other side gets to come out.
Okay, y'all don't mess with me. Don't mess with
Look,
me. I'm
you
gonna
see
tell
that right
Mary.
there?
I'll,
You see it right? That's
I'm
my I
gonna tell
gotta
him.
pray. I always
I'm gonna tell
because I
Mary.
haven't.
Get
I
Mary,
didn't
go get him.
look. Here you go. Put a pin right there. I didn't grow up in church. I wasn't saved all my life. I cut you and then repent.
Don't cut
Oh,
him.
Lord.
Don't cut him. Don't cut nobody. Don't be out here cutting. So tell me about raising the bar and what can we expect when raising the bar this
Okay.
weekend?
So raising the bar. Here's the 10 years of traveling to different shows all across the country. 10
Okay.
years of barberconing, 10 years of Bronner Brothering, 10 years of Premier Show Grouping, 10 years of Major League Barbering, 10 years of ISSEN, 10 years of traveling all over to Clash of the Clippers, you name it. I have
Wait,
traveled all over the
wait
United
a minute.
States.
Wait, you go to all those shows in a year? Every year?
Yes. Yeah. I travel to 2 to 3 weekends every month somewhere in the United States.
Mary, did you ever come to Denver with Curtis?
Yes. Yes, I was there.
That's where I met you.
Yes.
That is why is it just now coming to me right now? That's where I met
Yes.
you at.
Yes.
Okay,
It was
we're talking.
the one time I was in Denver and it was cold and we were not prepared.
I
We weren't
remember.
ready.
I
But it was
remember. Okay.
beautiful.
Okay. Finish
So
telling me. Finish telling me.
we need to we need to do something else in Denver again so that I can come back.
Well, let's get something
Because
going then. Maybe we can collab on something and get something going.
look, we can make it happen. Make it happen.
I'm
And
with it.
so, doing that, traveling to the different shows. So I travel all over. So with gosh, I ended up at the ISSE show, the ICE show, which is the
Okay.
International Salon and Spa Expo.
Right.
Easily 100,000 people travel
Okay.
from all over the world to California for this show. And while I was
Right.
at the show, this man came up to me and he explained, he said, what you're doing is good because we had a booth.
Mhm.
And he was like, you get to ask people to make a donation. He said, but the real money is in the show. And I didn't understand it.
Okay.
And he said, think about it. All the vendors pay a fee. People, because they want stuff hanging from the ceiling and posters and things, they pay a fee. And
Right.
people, and so he broke down all these ways of fees. And he said, that's why shows make so much money. And I was like, well, I didn't know because I didn't know. And he said, now what you're doing is good because, you get a booth and you're asking for donations. But what if you had a show? And I was like, okay, maybe I'm supposed, God, am I supposed to do a show?
Okay.
Because that's my thing. Okay, God, if you want me to do a show, you know what has to happen. Because I didn't know how to create a show, but I knew what a show was supposed to look like. Okay. And I said, so unless God was going to send me somebody that knew what they were doing, then I didn't know how I was going to do it. And he did. I got blessed with not only Aliana Richards, who is an event planner, and she has her own show, but I got blessed with the one and only Jade the Blade Anthony. And if you don't know who Jade the Blade Anthony is,
make them know. Make them know. Make them know who he is.
Now, Jade the Blade Anthony is a woman that is one of the baddest barber and stylists in the country. Yes,
we better write that. We better write Jade's name down there. Okay, go ahead.
Jade, Jade, the Blade Anthony. So not only is she able to cut, she's a platform educator for a company called Wellness. She co-owner of Etty's products, which is for stylists. She does so much. And here's the way that I met her. I met her many, many years ago because she was the show director for Russell Chu's Multicultural Hair Affair. And everybody know Russell.
Everybody know Russell.
Everybody know Russell True. I love that man. I love that man.
Right.
And she was his show director. And so she was coordinating, doing all the things. So when he, retired from doing shows, I was like, okay. I didn't know when I'd see her again. Didn't know how we would get connected. But when the time came for this show, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to ask. I'm going to see. I'm going to see. And she prayed about it.
Don't get fed.
Right. She prayed about it. She was like, let's do it. What's your vision for it? And my vision, that's when Raising the Bar came into being. Because I have traveled to and been at so many shows. And I'm just going to make it real. I have been at shows where it's predominantly for mostly Black people. I've been at shows where it's predominantly white people. I've been at shows where it's Hispanic people. And I'm like, why can't we just all come together? And then I've been at shows where it's all barber stuff. It's all stylist stuff. It's all cosmetology stuff. And it's like separated. And so here I am, that person that wants to bring it all together. And so it was like, Raising the Bar. We're going to raise the bar and do something that no other show does. And we're going to have focused education, intentional education. We're going to go ahead and take the steps necessary so that when we say we're offering continuing education, it's not just continuing education and you can't use the education to help you fulfill your credit hours. So we took the steps to get certified to be a place where a person that needs to renew their license, they can come to our show, go through our 3-hour class, and as a result, get what they need so that they can renew their barber license or their stylist license or their cosmetology license. So we did that. So we're offering education like no other. Then we've got vendor companies, local and national, that are bringing products into the Columbus, Ohio area like people have not seen. And people they don't even know what to expect. And then, of course, there is competitions. Woo!
Tell me about them. Tell me about them. I'm interested in that. So tell me. That's my thing right there.
The competitions. I didn't want to just have a barber competition. I didn't want to just have a stylist competition. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to have a barber competition, a lady barber competition, a stylist competition, a makeup competition, and a nail tech competition. I'm going to have 5 competitions over a 2-day period.
Oh, no. So, for people that might see this tomorrow, how would they could they still get into the competition? Is it too late?
They still can get into the competitions. Yes, they can.
All the way up until, or is it like the day before the show? Or something like that.
On the online portion, the online registration will close like on Friday.
Okay.
But we are allowing people to sign up in person.
Okay. So now just know, everybody, today is Thursday. You better get on over there. Get on over there and go win that competition. What kind of
Mm-hmm.
prizes you got? You got trophies? You got any cash prizes or anything like that?
Because I'm excited about it.
Come
So we
on,
said
tell it.
for every category that we have 10 people in, first prize is going to be $750 plus trophy plus extra stuff.
Okay.
So we got cash prizes. And actually, I shouldn't even call them trophies. They're awards because these are custom. You will never see anything like them anywhere else at any time.
You showing out there, huh?
I'm raising the bar.
Raise
I'm
the
raising the
There
bar.
you go. There you go. Raise the
It's
bar.
all about raising the bar. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So we got that, and then look, here you go. Not just for professionals, for students also.
Come on.
So we have cash prizes for students. We have cash prizes for professionals, and the thing is, get the people to compete. So I've got a team of people. I've got a team of people that's coming into Columbus because we're like, you know what? People in Columbus have no idea. They slacking. We got people coming from Texas to compete, coming from New York City to compete, coming from New Jersey to compete, coming from Maryland to compete, coming from Chicago to compete. They're coming from Indianapolis. They are coming from all over to compete. And I'm like, where the Columbus folks at? They chicken, they scared, they scared.
Y'all better get out there and rep y'all city and stop playing. Get out there and rep y'all city. Don't let these people from other places come out and take y'all money and your awards. Not trophies, awards.
Exactly. Because I'm like, I don't want to do the basic trophies like everybody else do. I want to do something that is 100% unique to us. Everything is about raising the bar. Everything. Right. Everything. Right.
So tell me what I can't remember. What educators do you have coming? Do you have some really not good educators coming in?
Let me tell you. There's a gentleman, his name is Justin Gold. I mean, well, God, there's so many people. We start with our host. My hostess with the mostest. You got Ozell Graham. Oh my God. If you know Ozell, then you know you in for a moment. Then there's Sean Potts. And the two of them are off the chain. Okay. And then so each of the competition categories, we've got educators that are going to be teaching for every area. So there's a gentleman. He's been on the cover of Salon Today magazine for the last 6 years. Why? Okay. Because his family has a shop that's been in the top 200 in the country for the last 6 years. His name is Justin Gold, and he not only they have the shop, but he's also a business genius, and he teaches. And the thing is, his classes are normally like $500 a person.
Is he a bad man?
He coming to Columbus. He's a bad man. He's coming to Columbus not to teach one class, but 2 classes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You got 2 separate. Is he on 2 separate days, or is he teaching one? Is he teaching on the same day?
One class on Sunday, one class on Monday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Spreading it out. So, there's him. Then look, you got Terrell Binion. Oh my God, people coming.
You got Terrell coming?
Yes. Wait a minute. It's RTB. Okay, we got to correct the link. RTB Expo EXPO. Man, I don't want people to miss out. RTBEXPO.com. Right. So we got Terrell Binion coming. Then here you go. This is how amazing God is for this event.
Okay.
I was coming back from the CT Barber Expo, and everybody know about CT Barber Expo. Jay Majors, we all know about Jay.
Right.
I'm on the plane coming back to Columbus, and we couldn't take off right away for whatever reason. So I'm, complaining because I'm like, I'm hot on the plane. I'm ready to get off the plane. I'm sitting in the first row of comfort class. And then there was this lady that was in the last row of first class. And she was on the phone talking about that she was going to be late to get to her clients at her shop. And she's been teaching all weekend and she needed to get to her shop. And so, of course, me, I'm like, she said shop.
Right.
Okay.
What kind of shop?
I'm waiting. So when she gets off the phone, I lean forward. I said, "Excuse me, I was intentionally eavesdropping, and I heard you say that you had a shop." And she said, "Yeah." I said, "So tell me, what do you do?" And she said she's a hairstylist. I said, really? Well,
Come
your
on.
hairstyles in Columbus? She was like, no, I'm in, and I forgot what city she named.
Uh-huh.
But then she said this. She said, I'm the national educator for L'Oreal.
Stop playing.
What? My name is Mary Jenkins, and I'm getting ready to have a show in Columbus, and the profit from the show is going to be donated to charity. And so I would
Mhm.
love to see if maybe you might be wanting to be an educator and come and teach in my class. I know you would you all everything, but I'm just
Uh-huh.
going to ask. And she was like, "You are so sweet." And I'm like, "Look, I'm just
Right.
trying to ask
You
because
got me over
I
here
believe
tickled. I'm over here tickled
I
big time.
believe in
Okay.
asking."
Right.
And so
Right.
she the next day she reached out to me and said it was great to have that moment with me, and we
Uh-huh.
started talking, and I explained to her more about the show, of how I have this cancer organization, and that this event, the Raising the Bar Expo, isn't a show where it's just a company that's making a bunch of money and the people are profiting, but that
Right.
the money is going to support charity.
Right.
Why I said that? Because she was like, "Oh, I definitely want to be involved." So she reached out to L'Oreal and
Okay.
asked them for permission for her to be able to teach. They got this new thing. I can't even. It starts with the
What the
global.
heck?
It's this new thing. It just came out
Right.
with L'Oreal, and
I love you,
she's going
Mary.
to teach that
Mhm.
at the show. You know what? Well,
That's big.
okay, God,
That's
it's
big.
huge.
That's big.
It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, that's
You got
that's
you
off
got
the
Patrick.
chart.
You got Patrick Burke coming, or Patrick Burke or Patrick Loyal
Okay.
coming from Cleveland, and everybody know
Okay.
he's with Hanzo Shears.
Okay.
They decided to be sponsored. Oh my God, you
So
got
what
John
is he
Hall,
doing?
the
Is
Ultimate
he doing a
Barber.
haircut class?
Yes,
Okay. All right. So
yes.
you
Like I said, we got a little bit. We got April Logan, who she is
okay.
all about. She's about hair, natural hair, skin, and
Mhm.
nails. So we got
Okay.
her teaching. There's so many people. I mean, it's so many people. It's
So
just
you
so
got
much.
a
We have
there's going to be a
education
big
both
you got a
days.
big you got a big turnout coming
Yeah,
for that show. Okay.
yeah,
You
yeah.
you have a lot of booths in your cell
We
area?
sold out.
Shut up. You sold out?
We sold out. We sold out. And
I
I
love
look,
it.
at first I was like, I'm just, I'm hoping that we get, if we get some, because I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Right,
But then
right,
people
right.
was like, wait a minute, Mary Jenkins, you finally having a show? I'm trying to get a booth. What I gotta do to get a booth? And then they were like, then they told me I didn't charge enough for a booth. So I was
Uh-uh.
like, oh, okay. Okay.
Right, right.
We got a spot, we got sponsors. So, we were
So
able to do things differently.
Mary, is this first annual?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So look, I
Uh,
can say this. I can say this.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So this year is our first annual. Next year's show will be the
Okay.
23rd and the 24th of July. And the year after that show will be the 22nd and 23rd. So we are already locked in for the next 2 years. So we have a total of 3 years,
Oh,
at least 3 years.
okay. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You can expect Don to have a booth at her show. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
I will
I
make
got
sure. I mean, like I
so
said, we've had, unfortunately we've had to turn people down that that wanted to be vendors. And we're like, well, first we have a specific
mhm.
vibe, because I know some shows, they allow everybody to be a vendor.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
We're not
really?
doing that. No.
Okay. What's the criteria then? What does it take to
It's industry
marry?
related.
Huh?
Industry related.
Okay.
Industry related.
Right. No. Okay. So no selling clothes. You can sell clothes if it has something to do with hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
So
like
I mean,
that.
like the capes and the scarves and the towel stuff, that's industry related. You're not gonna get some name brands that people sell. I'm being discreet in saying
Yeah,
it.
I got you.
you know,
I got
we-
you.
you're not
I'm
doing
with
that.
I'm with
You're
you.
not doing that.
So, is there anything else you want to let us know before we get out of here? Because
Come
I
to
got a
come
feeling
to the show and help make history.
we're gonna have to have a part two to this interview. I can see that right now.
After the show.
After the show. Okay,
The
we'll have
after
an
the show.
after show interview with
Yeah.
Mary so she
Yeah.
can tell us how everything went.
Yeah. Because I
But
will say this show is truly making history. Out of every show, so everybody that's an industry person that's watching this, if you've ever been to a hair show, you've ever been to, whether it's a barber, stylist, if you've ever been to an industry show, there is
okay.
a for-profit company that's behind it. This time in Columbus, Ohio, it is a nonprofit that is behind this. And so every sponsor is going to be able to write off the money that they
Okay.
invested because we're a 501c3. And so this is so important because I promise you, we all know someone that has battled cancer. They have battled cancer, they are battling cancer, or somebody in our future will battle cancer. And we are the ones to be in position. The organization has to become a multi-million-dollar organization because of the need being so great. The other cancer organizations, they don't do what we do. They don't. American Cancer Society doesn't do it. St. Jude doesn't do it. Komen Foundation doesn't do it. They refer to us, and we consider it an honor to be in a position to help those that are in the toughest battle of their life.
Okay. Well, Mary, I really appreciate what you're doing for cancer. I really appreciate it. Big round of applause to you for that. And big round of applause to you for surviving twice. You did that. You did that.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to have you back on my show again. I just love talking to you. I might just call you later on just so we can continue talking. I appreciate you. Guys, Mary Jenkins, her show is this weekend. It's called Raising the Bar out in what city?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Get there, and don't be square. Mary, I appreciate you coming on today, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
I look forward to it.